Most people grow up thinking money is something solid and real. Paper bills, coins, something you can hold in your hand. From a young age, we are taught that money is created when governments print it. That image stays in our minds. Machines running, ink on paper, stacks of cash entering the world. But that picture no longer describes reality. In the modern world, money is mostly invisible. It exists as data, as numbers stored inside computers. The cash you see every day is only a small surface layer. Almost all money exists digitally, moving between accounts, banks, and institutions. And the most important thing to understand is this: modern money is created through debt. This is not a secret theory. This is how the system is designed. Almost every unit of money you use today was created because someone borrowed. When you check your bank balance, you are not looking at money waiting somewhere in a vault. You are looking at a record, a promise, an entry in a system that tracks who owes what. Now let's slow down and explain how this really works. When a bank approves a loan, the bank does not take existing money from another customer. It does not move cash from one account to another. It does not reduce anyone else's balance. Instead, the bank creates new money. The moment the loan is approved, numbers appear in your account. Those numbers did not exist before. They exist because the loan exists. This is called money creation. It happens quietly, instantly, and digitally. This means banks are not just places that store money. They are institutions that create money. They are limited not by physical cash, but by regulations, risk assessments, and confidence that borrowers will repay. This is why credit is everywhere. Homes, cars, education, businesses, governments. The modern economy runs on borrowing. Debt is not a failure of the system. Debt is the foundation of the system. Without borrowing, the supply of money would stop growing. Without growth, the system would slow down. Now let's talk about interest, because this is where the system becomes even more important to understand. Every loan must be repaid with interest. Interest is the price of borrowing money. But here is something most people never notice. When a loan is created, only the original amount is created. The extra money required to pay interest is not created at the same time. So where does that extra money come from? It comes from other loans. This means the system depends on continuous borrowing. New debt is required to service old debt. If borrowing slows down too much, stress appears in the system. This is why recessions happen. This is why governments and central banks fear economic slowdowns. Less borrowing means less money creation. Less money creation means less spending. Less spending means less economic activity. Now let's talk about inflation. Inflation is one of the most misunderstood concepts in everyday life. Many people think inflation means companies are greedy or that prices go up randomly. But inflation has a deeper cause. Inflation happens when the amount of money grows faster than the amount of real value in the economy. Real value means things that people actually use: food, housing, energy, labor, resources. When more money exists, but real value does not increase at the same speed, prices rise. This does not mean products became better. It means money became weaker. Inflation is the gradual loss of purchasing power. Here's a simple way to see it. Imagine a game where everyone is given more points, but the prizes stay the same. The points matter less. Money works the same way. When more money chases the same goods, prices rise. This is why inflation often feels invisible at first. It slowly shows up in daily life. Groceries cost a little more. Rent rises. Transportation gets expensive. Savings feel smaller. This is also why saving money feels harder over time. You can work hard. You can be disciplined. You can save carefully and still feel like you are standing still. That is not because you failed. It is because the system is designed to encourage movement. Money is designed to flow, not sit. Now let's talk about assets. Assets are things that tend to hold or grow value over time. Land, houses, businesses, stocks. When new money enters the system, it often flows into assets first. This pushes asset prices higher. This is why people who own assets often benefit during inflation, while people who rely only on wages struggle. It is not about intelligence. It is about position in the system. Now let's talk about trust. Trust is the invisible glue that holds modern money together. Money today is not backed by gold or physical reserves. It is backed by belief. Belief that banks will operate. Belief that governments will enforce rules. Belief that people will keep working, producing, and paying debts. As long as trust exists, money works. When trust weakens, systems become unstable. This is why confidence matters so much in economics. This is why panic is dangerous. This is why stability is protected. So when you hear that money was printed, what really happened was this. New debt was created. New digital money entered the economy, and prices slowly adjusted. Money is not magic. It is not mysterious. It is a human-made system built on rules, debt, numbers, and trust. Once you understand this, many things become clearer. You stop blaming yourself for problems that are structural. You start seeing how incentives shape behavior. You understand why the world feels the way it does. That is how money actually works. Explained simply, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.